When it comes to capturing footage from a unique perspective, drones are incredible tools. Flying a regular consumer drone will allow you to capture things from the air simple and fast. But flying an FPV drone, on the other hand, will give you a thrill ride like nothing else. But how do they stand against one another? Well, I invited a friend of mine to join me on a trip to Iceland to help me sort out the difference between a regular drone and an FPV drone. How's those shots turning out?
Fire.
Fire?
Yeah, buddy. That's why I love traditional drones, man. You just can't get this on FPV, man. Oh.
Okay, so capture that waterfall for me, okay? That waterfall. Make it look epic. I believe in you.
Let's gain some altitude right here, and then get a little gimbal downward action. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful, my friends. Try to do this with an FPV, Peter. The reality is you can't.
Oh well, let's do it the FPV style then. Got something. I think we have another 5 minutes maybe before we can get up into there.
Why is that?
I just need to check the under filter. Yeah, gonna have to switch this.
If this were a Mavic, I could just crank my ISO if I wanted to, or stop the aperture down. But you don't know anything about that because you low FPV.
I think it's this one. Let's see how it looks. I think we're good. Now I feel ready.
Are you sure?
I think so.
It's like the third time you said this.
It's like there's some strong winds. Maybe I shouldn't send it.
Send it.
Okay.
Send it.
Okay. All right. Take the stance. GoPro. I just gotta check that we're recording on the GoPro.
He's got to check that we're recording on the GoPro.
Okay, we're recording. I'm having a hard time fighting winds. My drone is legit almost standing still right now. And on the side, trying to just find a way. And I'm diving. Here we go. Got some bird action going on here. Gotta have a look at this too.
All right. I am jealous of these goggles. Wow. Wow. Take them stupid goggles back. What do you think about learning curve when it comes to FPV?
Wow. You want to dive into that?
Let's do it.
It is steep. It is very steep, I would say, for someone that's never flown FPV previously. How about you, when it comes to regular drones?
The first drone that I bought was the Mavic Air 2, and I was flying that thing within 5 minutes. Of course, I wasn't super good at it, but I was at least able to get it up in the air, turn it, fly back and forth. It's so easy to do. The platform is so stable. All of today's drones are just so stable and easy to use. Honestly, that's what scares me about FPV. It's the learning curve.
I can see your point, because when it comes to FPV, there's a lot of money involved. There is with regular drones too, but you don't have any safety nets. If you don't know how to fly the FPV drone, you're gonna stand there with your butthole tied as and then just hope to God that something is not gonna happen.
There's a lot of safety stuff inside of modern drones. You got GPS, you got obstacle avoidance.
But you actually do have some FPV drones that has GPS nowadays and angle mode, but it's not even close to what DJI has to offer, for example.
For example, the Mavic 3 Pro, it's kind of hard to crash it unless you intentionally try to crash it, or you put it in a situation where the sensors can't detect stuff like empty branches. But otherwise, it's pretty hard to crash it. Whereas, would you say the first time somebody tries FPV, do you think they're going to crash?
Yes, 100%. Unless you try the DJI Avata.
If I've had probably 8 drones, I've never crashed one.
So when you think about the learning curve of an FPV drone, would you ever dive into it?
I would. I want to. Like some of the shots that he's been getting while we've been out here in Iceland have been like so fire, so fire.
One of the things that really captures me with FPV that I've noticed a lot is that you can spend 40 to 50 seconds looking at the drone clip over and over and just be mesmerized off the line that you get. And that is something that you can't get with a regular drone.
Regular drones can give you some really inspiring stuff too, but it's something about FPV, man.
Oh, that flight? Whoa! I can feel my heart racing whenever I start diving, whenever I fly close to the sea or ocean or river. If you're crashing, there's no saving it. But I also think that is sort of like what puts FPV on top of my list right now. And I never thought I would get into it. I think that is one of the most fascinating things. I started out the entire FPV journey by not liking it. Now I love it. It's an experience. I can't describe it. I thought I was a daredevil when it came to flying drones, but this man trusts the obstacle avoidance till his death. I don't think I've ever seen anyone fly this close to things and just don't give a shit about what is going on. Take a look at that drone right there. Listen to the beep. Just enjoying the moment of obstacle avoidance beeping. Flying FPV is a little bit like being a mad scientist in a way, because you gotta bring a smart charger, you gotta bring batteries, you gotta bring GoPro stuff, and you know, all the other stuff. But I'm using an inverter to be able to power the charger to charge the batteries that I'm flying my FPV drone with. And I've found that the sweet spot is 3.5 amps when I'm charging. Otherwise it won't work, the inverter dies. Terry,
Yo,
want to see who can make this shot look the most epic? Your drone or my drone?
I'm up for the challenge. I think I'm gonna win. Obviously. Obviously.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Peter, why don't you see if you can make something dope out of that waterfall right there? I don't know if you can.
That waterfall? That was way harder than I thought it would be. There's a lot of wind up there. There's also a lot of birds, but look good. And I love having those like cruising along the ridges. Those look so incredibly crisp. This little drone has been doing its job really well, and the GoPro, I've had no issues with that. I've heard a lot of people have it freeze and stuff, but not on my end. Terry, it's gonna crush the Mavic shots.
Crush them? All right, I'll take a look. Okay. Wow. Ooh. Ooh. That was crazy, but my shots are also really good, dude.
I know, there's a difference to it.
There's a huge difference. I can adapt my clips to anything.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I know, and that's the biggest downside with FPV, because once I've been flying now here in Iceland, I feel like everything starts to kind of look the same. You know, it's the same kind of dive, same kind of flight, same kind of angle, same kind of camera look. I
got more than one camera. I got angles. I got frame rates. I got resolutions. I got I got color profiles. I got all of that, and you got none of it.
So FPV has become incredibly popular for last 2 years.
Actually, like last 3 years, for real.
Yeah, it's getting into mainstream now with the DJI Avata and stuff.
Okay, so you tell us how much it would cost for an average person to get into FPV.
So if you want to fly the same that I'm flying, right, you gotta get the goggles. That's like 1K, 1.2K, something like that. You gotta have a controller, another $300-400. You got a couple of batteries. You need to have at least 3. That's $100 a piece. You gotta have a charger. You gotta have a GoPro. You gotta have a drone. So there's, I would say that there's like $3,000 to get to fly FPV.
Just to get into it, right?
Just to have everything that you need.
But what you didn't tell them is the other cost involved, because what happens as soon as you start flying freaking FPV?
Yeah. That's
a whole lot of crashing and shit, right?
That's a good point.
Exactly.
That's a good point. Your drones, how much are those?
All right, if we go with the Mavic 3 Pro, you can get the entire kit for $3,000, right?
With the Fly More combo.
With the Fly More combo. So you get 3 batteries, you get a professional drone, you get the controller, so the RC Pro controller, everything you need is in one freaking box. You don't have to go outsource parts from everywhere to get the freaking drone to work.
And the possibility to shoot a bunch of different cameras.
And warranty and support for software from the manufacturer.
Yeah, that DJI Care refresh is so close.
It is. But let's just say somebody didn't want to spend $3,000, right? Well, here I got a Mini 3 Pro. You know how much this entire Fly More combo costs?
Nah, it's like $1,000.
$1,200.
$1,200.
So for a drone that can shoot vertical, 4K 60, all the benefits, obstacle avoidance, active track. No, put the camera on me, Peter. Don't try to take my shine away, okay?
I was going to zoom him out because he's just rambling on. So I get the point. I appreciate you coming out here, Terry. I appreciate you coming out here, putting this thing to rest. That I do agree with you. Traditional drones will be standing the test of time.
Yes.
And they're also way better for beginners.
You calling me a beginner?
Yeah.
Wow. I agree.
So good luck for you, my beginner friend. And thank you for coming over to Iceland. Love you. Thank you.
Man.
It's been a great time. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. All that good stuff, huh? Follow Terry. He's a freaking amazing dude. Definitely deserves everything that he has coming for him. And as Peter said when I was visiting him in Italy last year, it's about sending down the ladder.